Hello, my topic is communication in the organization. Dear friends, as you know, communication is called the lubricant in any pipeline of the organizational flow pertaining to the organization. It can be of different types. Today, we are going to discuss different types of communication which happen in the organization and which are of vital importance. First of all, I will draw a diagram to show you how different channels permeate through different levels. You can see here, these are the management levels. The first level is the top management level. I'm writing here top management. Second is the middle level management. And the third one is the front line management, or it is also called the first line management. And below there are supervisors and then workers. Communication in the organization can flow in different directions, and two types of communication flow that can happen can be classified as formal and also as informal. The formal can be vertical and also horizontal. If you see here, you will find that most of the information that percolates from top level to the down below, and they contain very important messages, policies, strategies, and from top level it goes down to the bottom level. So from top to the middle to the front, and then it is the foremen, supervisors, they take on. And this is called the vertical communication, which can be of two types. I'm just drawing here. It can be upward and it can be downward. So here it is. In this case, you are seeing from top to bottom, it's a downward communication. But communication can be upward also, because many of the workers, grievances, their complaints, their issues, they need to be addressed by the management, and through their supervisors, they send it to the concerned level and it goes up. So many of the vital information that goes from the lower level to the top level as well, and by this the top level is always aware of what's happening around in the organization. So these two upward communication as well as downward communication, they are very, very important in the organization, because they provide the basic strength to the organization. And what are the forms? From downward, through IMs, through memos, they are percolated down to the lower level. Now we come on to this upward level and downward level. From downward vertical, we come on to the horizontal. Horizontal can be at the same level. Two departments, here the top, and they are interacting amongst or between each other, or maybe three at the same level. So this is the horizontal level. If required, they can also go to the level which is, now if we see here, this person, the person reporting to this A is communicating with the person at a different level. Now you find that this is a diagonal form of communication. There a diagonal relationship is there. So vertical can be upward, can be downward, Horizontal can be at the same level and it can be at the diagonal level. Dear students, now I come on to the informal communication, which makes a very solid base to the organization, can be utilized very usefully for the organization. Let's see. This informal communication, as I discussed with you, in the formal, they are through pipelines or through the systematic flow of information. What is this? Systematic flow of information. That information passing through certain channels. It is not just passing through the level which is random. They are a strict reporting structure from top to bottom, from bottom to top, and communication flows even at diagonal level. There are methods, there are systems. But in formal, the information or the communication can flow at any level and randomly. It can be of three types. The first type is single strand. The first type is single strand. Second type is gossip chain. And third type is probability chain. Probability chain. Please write down very clearly. Now, let's say the first type I shared, informal communication, not through defined channels of communication but randomly. For example, workers sitting in the canteen, they might be discussing about the company policy, whether it is good, it is bad, or new policy which has been brought about by the company. They might be sharing, and that is informal communication. Maybe a GM sitting with the worker, maybe a manager sitting with the worker and discussing something which is not related to the organization or may not be related with the organization. In a lighter vein, they may be discussing so very many things. Informal communication. But message is being passed on. Message is being passed on. In single strand, I'll clear, one person sends a message to another person, and likewise, one person sending the message to another person, and that person sends a message to another person, and throughout the organization or to any level it can go. That is single strand. One person is responsible for that. Okay? In the gossip chain, the employees make a group. Nowadays you are aware that there are many social group sites, social groups, and the workers, the employees, they make their own group of sorts, and they communicate among themselves, not to the outsider. And the messages or the information flows within the members of that group only, right? So this is like this. It is not going outside the group, but it is coming within the group. So dear students, this is called gossip chain. So all the informal communication of the grapevine flowing ceaselessly, and this is gossip chain. Now what is probability chain? In the probability chain, a person randomly, please mind the word randomly selects another person, randomly finds a person, gives the message to him, and then that person gives to another one, and so on. It means here it was from one person talks to another person. Here it is a random selection, and he talks to a person whosoever comes randomly, and then there is no fixed person, he will speak to the same person. It is called probability chain. So dear students, the informal communication is very important within the communication also, and management may use this as a potent tool to raise the workers' morale, to raise the group effectiveness, to raise the organizational effectiveness, and make the system effective and potent. Now I would like to sum up. Formal communication, a very important tool of management flow of information on communication, but at the same time, Informal communication also plays a vital role within the organization. But beware, if informal communication is not tackled properly, sometimes it may backfire and it can also result in a loss to the company. So we have to take care. I think I have made things very clear to you. Communication works as a lubricant. It flows in different directions, formal as an informal. Informal, we have vertical communication, we have horizontal communication. Informal, vertical again, upward flow, upward communication from bottom. We can write here from bottom to the top, and downward from top to bottom. Please mark it very clearly. So again, vertical, upward and downward, and together, if the system of communication in any organization is sound, it will result in tremendous boost to the workers and the employees' efficiency. Thank you.